about the experiments and the fire at White Helix Labs. We knew Adam was special. That's why his parents started the fire, so they didn't do the same thing to the next batch of babies.
So Adam's real parents were trying to protect him. But from what?
Why? From the conspiracy, of course. But I've said too much. Would you be a dear now and go fetch my dinner?
Space activates pheromones. Shoot, I didn't see what lit up.
Miss Walters, please. I know it was a while ago, and remembering all the details might be hard, but do you think you can try and focus for a minute? What did you tell the detective?
Well, Mr. Radford and I spoke about many, many things. But don't you have meals to deliver? And where is my dinner?
I'll try charm. Shoot, I didn't see which one.
I would love to hear more about the boy in those photographs.
Such a polite and handsome young man. It'll be my pleasure. The boy in the photo, Adam. Jensen was never really his last name, you know. We only gave that to him after the fire.
Fire?
At White Helix Lab. That's where Adam's real parents worked. At least I think they were his parents. All those babies, the gene therapy they went through. But Adam, oh, Adam was special.
Special? How?
He survived what they did to those babies. He was one of a kind. Then, when we heard they were going to use him to inoculate the next batch of infants...
Wait, what were they doing to the babies?
Wish I could remember. I was just part of a nursing staff. But Adam's parents, they started the fire. Yes, I remember that. They asked me to hide Adam. Then they started the fire. Poor things. They never got out in time.
So they started a fire at White Helix Labs. And you hid me.
No, not you, dear. Adam Jensen. Or at least I think that was his name. Well, I gave him to the Jensens to raise. They were a lovely couple.
Miss Walters, Adam's real parents, who were they?
I'm sorry. What were we talking about? Oh, when are them Rolling Mills people gonna get here with my dinner?
Thank you for your time, Miss Walters.
Oh, before I forget, if you see Adam, could you please give him this? It's for all the birthdays and Christmases I've missed. I've been saving them.
I'll make sure he gets it.
Thank you, dear. Why, he must be 12 or 13 by now.
Oh, you're close.
Make sure he gets something nice.
She gave me $200. I'm gonna go get some action figures.
I need you to assign a temporary security detail to an apartment on Brooklyn Court until I can figure out a more permanent solution. The woman's name is Walters, Michelle Walters.
Security detail? What the hell, Jensen? Who is this woman?
She's family, but she's vulnerable. I'll explain later. Just do this for me, please. And not a word to Sarah. Can I trust you on this, Pritchard?
Christ, Jensen. All right. I'll do it. But there better be a damn good reason for this.
There is. I'll fill you in next time I see you. But right now I need to get back to work. And Pritchard, thanks.
Yeah.
I said it before, I'll say it again. I love the back and forth between him and Pritchard. They're jerks, but they respect each other, but they're jerks. Alright. I think it's time we go report that we disarmed that bomb. So they were doing gene therapy on me. I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised to hear that my biological parents died in a fire that they themselves started. And it was an oops. There he is.
I really appreciate you helping us out, Adam, but we're running out of time. We gotta find White before he blows something up.
We're in the clear. I left White unconscious in the sewers under the precinct.
Thank God. The chief finally took me seriously and is sending some men to help out. We'll take it from here.
Great. Anything else?
Oh, and it isn't much, but take this. The cops have a Deadpool going. I don't like it, but you take down a cop killer and you get a bounty, that sort of thing. I usually reserve this to pay off our CIs, but I think you earned it. I threw in a little something extra for bringing him in alive. It's good to know you're still one of the good guys, Jensen.
I totally forgot I needed to bring that guy in alive. I think the only reason he's coming in alive is because I used a melee punch to the face and he lived unconscious. I totally forgot that was a requirement.
By the way, Nikki, White's bomb wasn't even explosive. It was a gas bomb. I managed to disable it, but you might want to get a disposal team down there to do a proper sweep and clean.
Ah, shit! I totally forgot about that. I'll get EOD on it right away. Last thing we need are more casualties. Man, I'm sure glad I bumped into you tonight. You're gonna have to let me buy you a pint down at Maggie's sometime. If I hang around you long enough, maybe some of that famous Jensen swagger will rub off on me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll do that sometime. Take care of yourself, Nikki.
Nora 92 to Central. Come in, Central. Over.
Perfect time to resub. Deus Ex is one of my favorites. Hope you're enjoying it, Muck.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Broken Angel, thank you for the resub, buddy. Appreciate that. I don't have a tranquilizer. Drop that. I don't have a shotgun. Alright.
Nora 92, this is Central.
Silencer. Can only go on a few different weapons.
Over.
That code 10 I called in earlier. It's actually gas ordnance. We need EOD down there for cleanup, stat. Tell first response to keep their hands off, and we should quarantine the block just to be sure. Over.
10-4, Nora 92. Thanks for the heads up. Stand by for updates. Central out.
Okay. Alright, so we've done all the side quests we've currently got. So now we can continue the main one. I like that he says he'll call it in, and then background it actually shows him calling it in. Yeah, it's a nice touch. Thrust Longfellow. Welcome. Thank you. To all the new subs. Mukluk Douglas, but thought to be original. That's why the fourth. That's the chance of festivals. The third goes all of you back to the lab. Hope you enjoy. You'll see entertainment is on the way. Crank at the speakers. Don't touch the speakers. Giveaways every week. Please take a seat, but you'll only need the edge. Welcome.
Sure you close. What was that? You dead, man.
I don't know why you guys are so mad at me. But I'm not gonna be your punching bag. My punching batteries are low, chat. We gotta recharge our punch. Well, this room is a mess. Oh, I thought that was open fridge, not pick up fridge. We're too strong. Wait, I recognized him. Zeke Sanders. Let's see. And there was a Praxis kit on the ground. Oh my god, we have 6 Praxis points. Holy crap. Okay. Oh, yeah, we can get a few things, chat. Let's see. What is this? Deals enough damage to kill all living targets. Robots get damaged, but not enough to be destroyed. Light damage variant. How do you use this thing? In effect, the Typhoon augmentation turns its user into a human fragmentation grenade, placing him or her at the center of a blast radius that inflicts a ranged sphere of damage on surrounding targets in all directions without focus or aim. Every detonation requires the expenditure of 1 ammo pack and 1 energy cell. The Typhoon is an anti-personnel weapon implanted in a series of subdermal pads along the back of the user's arms, upper legs, and torso. Oh, this is what the lady that was like charging at me and explode was using. The pads are located with a matrix of small 10mm stainless steel ball bearings above a thin layer of fixed focus electromagnetic repulsion field generators. On activation, the implant releases the ball bearings in an optimal 360-degree shrapnel shockwave cloud that inflicts severe damage on unarmored targets at close range and additional blowback effect on middle distance targets. Deals enough damage to kill any enemy, including all robots. How do I use it? I don't... okay, let me look at the control settings. So, I mean, they should tell you how to use it when you purchase it. Activate Typhoon, F2. Ooh, gonna have to remember that. Okay, Typhoon, F2. We have 3 more points. See through walls. Immune to gas. You should get Icarus landing. Okay, sure. I feel like it's poorly named, considering what happened to Icarus, though. I don't have the thing to... wait. What?
Pritchard, looks like Sandoval's got a secret bunker. I'm gonna flush him out.
Let's hope he's still there.
If you in here, you better come out. Fuck are you? See you, Crow. Die, hog bastard!
I had to try it out. That really hurt, though. How do I see how much Typhoon ammo I have? Oh, right there. I've got 3 more. Alright, I'm waiting on regen. I took a lot of hits walking into those bullets.
Go ahead, run. You still here? I'm
No.
gonna find you.
Nobody's home!
You gonna die, Slick.
Hold on, I want to rearrange some of these. I guess if I had the jumping thing, I could go up that way.
Hey, get up.
And with that, my batteries are out.
Who's over there? Bust his ass.
Oh, shoot! Ah, I missed 2 of the shots. The guy to my right got me. Dang. A stark reminder that this is not an FPS. So fragile. Later game is better for guns blazing. I don't even think I was guns blazing. I like silently picked off 2 people, and then that happened.
Who's over there? Get him.
Much better.
What was that?
Hey Barkley, one of your guys tripped the goddamn lasers again. This is not an effing toy. The code to disable the grid is 8218. Turn it off when these clowns are around. Setting this back up properly is a B. Turn this off. They definitely won't hear me coming, all these explosions going off down the tunnel. Stealth.
Gunshots! You've got to help me! You've got to come!
I'm only gonna ask you this once, Sandoval. Where are the scientists you helped kidnap?
I don't know!
I know all about FEMA and how you removed the GPLs.
I didn't remove anything! I swear it! The operation was too dangerous! They would have died if I removed them! All I could do was switch them to a lower frequency!
The GPLs are still broadcasting?
I don't know. Probably.
Well, Sandy, you're gonna help me find out. We're going back to Detroit, where you and I are gonna...
Come out! I see you!
Let's try this out.
Pritchard, get this. The GPLs are still transmitting. Sandoval switched them to a lower frequency.
But they could be broadcasting anywhere in the world. I don't have the type of equipment we'll need to find them.
It's our only lead, Pritchard. You have to do something.
I know. Listen, the riot's still blocking the street entrance. Head back to your apartment and Malik will fly you over. Maybe by the time you get here, I'll have figured out something.
No better, the myth of human augmentation. I find myself returning to a story that touched my life, a story about Ezekiel, a young man torn apart by the trauma of augmentation. A man I was lucky enough to be able to help. Ezekiel was a Marine who had been severely wounded in the Gulf. Believing he had something to prove, he asked to be augmented and returned to duty, but when his tour was over, the shock of his changed self sent him into a spiral of despair. He looked for death back home, and there our paths crossed. I was able to turn him around to convince him he had to have his augmentations removed. After recovering in a Humanity Front clinic, Ezekiel was able to return to the man he'd once been and become a model case for our group's beliefs he was truly healed. Dermal modification process. Darrow Industries developed Study 2019. The approach that Tai Yong Medical, Isolate, and all the others are using is crude and unsophisticated. What we're discussing here is a method by which the skin of a human being can be altered to resemble organic body armor. That's not to say like the hide of a rhinoceros, despite whatever the advertising campaigns might say. The process is simple in logistical terms, although to the implantee it's lengthy and I would warn it's quite painful. But in the end, no more demanding than the work of a cosmetic surgeon upon a vain patient craving good looks. A mesh of thin layered material is implanted directly below the epidermis. The armor, per se, is covered in a G-loop coating that bonds directly to tissue without rejection. And once the skin is allowed to heal, it becomes a seamless part of the body. Under point of impact, the implantee's skin will still break and suffer bleeding and lesions, but the new armor layer beneath, a sandwich of carbon nanotubes floating in a sheer thickening gel, will absorb most of the impact, preventing, as it were, all but the most terminal penetration trauma. Nanomachines, son. I honestly wonder if I wasted a typhoon on that guy. I'd be kind of bummed out if I found out I could just walked up and punched him. But I was like, oh, he's named. This is surely like a boss fight, right? Oh wait, I've got the Icarus thing. Oh, I thought it was gonna do like a little parachute. Let's see. Hack level 1, which means this one's required for the story.
Access granted.
You gonna attack me? Okay. Somehow, I really enjoy seeing someone do just let everyone outrun. How do I get more Typhoon ammunition? Like, I don't have much of it.
Fuck them cops, man.
Yeah, they can't tell us to get off the streets. We own these blocks as much as they do.
They must have locked up all our brothers.
I wasn't sure if I could make it over that.
Welcome to the Detroit Automated Information.
Thousands of angry rioters took to the streets in several cities this evening after viewing controversial satellite footage
Whew. Heading home. Tap quick save. Wonder if there's any mysterious strangers waiting for me in my apartment again. no idea how deep these pockets are, chat. Speaking of expositions, did you see SpaceX? I saw something on Twitter about a rocket exploded. I don't know if it's that. I'm hitting that invisible wall again. There we go.
Nice detective work, Jensen. You ready to return to HQ?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope Pritchard's found that frequency.
You said it.
Are we not gonna tell Pritchard that we're getting this weird static in our head and it's happened 3 times now, and the 3rd time it made the bad guy able to break away from us? I feel like that's something we should tell him. Exposition. Exploding exposition. A rocket launch so good we invented new words.
I got a message for you, Jensen, from Pritchard. He says he's not in the office.
Great. So what exactly am I supposed to do?
I don't know. He said you should check in with the boss.
Even if it was true that we were breeding a bunch of augmented soldiers and training them, what do they think stopping us from
Going up to the penthouse, then. This is the elevator, I don't know. It makes me think of that Neo Genesis Evangelion meme with the girls in the elevator. No, the view. Bring the window back.
Seraph?
David's just stepped out for a moment, Mr. Jensen. But do come in. I've been hoping to meet you.
Mr. Darrow. I'm surprised you even know who I am.
David speaks very highly of you. He says that when it comes to detective work, you are like a dog with a bone. Have you found your scientist yet?
What else did David tell you?
Over the years, plenty. But today I'm here as a friend and fellow scientist. Things are getting quite turbulent out there, wouldn't you agree? So many people drunk on revolution. The United Nations being urged to intervene. And all because of the technology I created.
Things have come a long way since then.
Haven't they? And now my old friend David wants me to lead us to the Promised Land. He's asked me to invite members of the UN to Panchaea, to convince them we don't need industry regulation.
Your geoengineering project in the Arctic Ocean.
The installation couldn't have been built without the assistance of augmented workers. And when it's finished, my little hole in the ocean is going to stop global warming. A lovely photo op, wouldn't you say?
If it works.
You mean, if it doesn't kill us all?
Adam? You're back. Can I speak to you outside? Get to the helipad, son. You're going back to Hengsha Island. Frank tracked down one of the GPLs.
Only one? Is it?
Sevchenko's. But Adam, had to call in a favor of the DOD to do it.
Meaning, the conspirators probably know I'm coming.